Hi everyone, it's been a long time. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how it's okay to change your mind. So if you made promises to yourself when you were 5 years old and you're finding it really hard to keep them up, then keep on watching. So if you've made promises to yourself in the past and you're finding it really hard today for you to keep them up, don't beat yourself up. I know you're going to tell me it's easier said than done. But seriously, I've given it a lot of thoughts and this is what comes out really. To me, I find that sticking to promises you've made to yourself when you were 5 years old, just for the sake of sticking to them, doesn't really make sense, especially if they become a hindrance and an obstacle to your development, to your growth, to your life, basically. So in my opinion, really, it's okay to change minds. Why? Well, first of all, because you're growing and evolving. The person you were when you were 5 years old is not the same as today. You have grown up, you have lived new experiences, you grew up basically. I hear a lot of people say when they're children, I'll never have children, I'll never get married. And of course they change minds and it's good for them. It's actually a good thing they change their minds about this particular decision. So some of the decisions we make when we're children doesn't really make sense in today's world. When we grow up basically. So don't stick to them just for the sake of sticking to promises you made yourself. Remember that you grew and you've evolved, you developed. You're not the same person as you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and even yesterday, to be honest. The second thing is that you learned and discovered new things because you've learned new things. You were exposed to new information. You were exposed to new experiences. You met new people. So the person you were was a good person, but today it's a bit different because you have more things to say and they're coming out from experience. So that's why I'm saying it's perfectly fine to change your mind. The third point is that your position when you made that decision is not the same as your position today. Things have changed, your environments have changed, the world has changed. So there may have been family events that happened or personal events, like we change as people. Some people, they grow up with faith and then they lose faith as time goes on, or the opposite. Some people are atheist and then they sort of join a religion or a group of spiritual religion or spiritual group, I would say. So yeah, things change, your position changes because of events that happen to your life, because of your environment, because of the world you live in. The world is constantly changing. So it's perfectly normal for you to be changing and adapting as well. The fourth point is that to me, really, the key to success is to be flexible and to be able to adapt. To adapt to what? To adapt to your environment. So some of the decisions that you've made may have been really great like 5 years ago, but they wouldn't be really great today. Like I've always wanted to, for example, be a journalist, and I've said it even in the national press. It's been published. But today, like 20 years later, I'm not a journalist, but I'm fine with it. Why? Because I'm adapting to my environment. I'm adapting to the needs of the environments, of the market. Am I regretting it? No, because I'm actually doing this. I'm doing videos, I'm writing blogs. So I'm sort of like pursuing my passion. It's great because I'm doing that. But I'm not beating myself up because I'm not a journalist. It's fine. I'll move on with my life. Changing opinions or position or minds can sometimes be really brave, especially like for politicians when they take a stand on a topic and then they change their minds or their position on that. Sometimes it can be really a brave position. And I find it really thrilling when I see a person that moved, or because things happen inside that person, which is great. And what matters the most is that you finally feel that what matters to you is you. rather than other people's opinion and views on how you live or how you manage your life. So here it's brave because you're like putting aside the society, the family, the people around you, and you're focusing only on yourself, and that's really brave. Well, my grandfather, for example, he was one of the founders of a political party back home, and he set it up with his friends, basically, and I think about 20 years later or so, they realized that the party wasn't really sort of applying the values that they had for that party. So my grandfather, what he did, he left, he quit. He was one of the founders, but he believed that it wasn't for him anymore. Things have changed, the values of the political party have changed. It wasn't for him anymore. So I think really that was a really brave decision, because he could have sticked to being one of the founders and then live really unhappy about it. But that was a really, really brave decision. So the hard thing about changing your minds or changing your opinions is dealing with the abundant comments from people around you. So my take on this is really to sit down and explain your position and explain what made you change your mind on that particular topic. It could be at work, at home, personal life, professional life, it doesn't really matter. But just sit down with the person. I would say do that only with the person who are worth your time and attention, because I wouldn't really do this with everyone. Like, not everyone needs to know why I'm changing my mind on this or that particular position. But if they're worth of your time and attention, definitely sit down, explain to them how things have changed in your brain, in your mind, how your position changed, how your life changed. And it's fine. It's fine to move on and live with this and not beat yourself up. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is that a lot of times we give more importance to other people's opinion that we do for ourselves or our own opinions. So this video is really to just do a red flag. Hello, you are the most important person. You can still listen to what other people have to say, but you don't necessarily have to follow what they say. So changing your mind is fine, but changing your mind a lot can sometimes be seen as a person with a lack of confidence and with a lot of instability. So what I would say, before you start communicating your new position, make sure you're convinced with that new decision before you go on and tell everyone about how you change your position on this or that. So definitely talk to yourself first, be convinced of it, sleep on it, or just leave it for a few weeks, few days, depends on how big the decision is, and then you can start telling the world about how you change your mind on this or that. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful. Make sure to go out there, decide to make those big decisions that are kind of like a hindrance in your life and not letting you grow and evolve as a person. So that's the whole point of this video, is that those decisions that are making you slow down can actually be revised. It's fine to revise your decision and adapt as you go along. It's like when you take a car and you drive and you go into from city A to city B. You're not just gonna keep on driving if you see like a traffic jam or a big wall in front of you. You have to adapt accordingly. So make sure you adapt your decisions to where you are today, and certainly do not beat yourself up. It's fine. You have grown and it's part of life. Alright guys, let me know down below if you've made a recent big decision and how you broke your promise and why you think it's fine for you to break that promise. I mean, I believe it's fine for you to break that promise, but let me know down below what you think. Please comment, like, and share this video if you like it. I'll see you very soon on social media. Bye.